Nice.
Oh, so nice. After being on passage for 2 days, it's like so good to get back in the water again.
But this is sick. Imagine being on the ship when this happened. This is one of those moments where you have to seriously ask yourself, is it worth it? The answer's no right now, but we're gonna go anyway. 3 feet.
With Hurricane Irma, boats tossed. Here we are at this marina.
Hi, my name's Colin. I used to be a chief engineer on super yachts, but gave it all up to buy a hurricane-damaged Lagoon 450. My friends and I are fixing it up as we go, and are determined to circumnavigate the entire planet. So subscribe if you want some inspiration to live life to the fullest. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the things you did. So what are you waiting for? So one of our patrons, Rolf, and his wife Bev, they've invited us up to a place called Tenacatita, and they think there's going to be like 20 sailboats there.
Wow.
Yeah, should be fun.
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so it's 200 miles. So we're just going to slowly make our way up the coast. Wind's going to be against us as usual. That's why we need all this diesel. It's killing me.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, here in Mexico, apart from like the fuel price, for docking they charge you 220 pesos per minute. For us, it was just like over $150, almost $200. But we'll have to cope with it, I guess.
Okay, we are full of fuel. $1,200, bit of a kick in the nuts. Anyway, let's get out of here. If the wind angle was 45 degrees different, we would have saved $1,200.
No, I reckon 10 degrees difference. Cause
Yeah, good point. The fuel bill was $1,200 since Costa Rica, because we had spent about 90% of the 1,500-mile journey with the wind right on our nose, so we had to motor straight into it. We always knew this was going to be the case, but we just really wanted to get to Mexico to meet a bunch of our patrons and cross the Pacific Ocean to New Zealand from here.
What do we got here?
It's a mahi-mahi. Wow, it's crazy blue. Yeah, I regret the workout this morning for sure.
Wow.
We're having some fresh sashimi from the ocean to my mouth.
Yeah, it's so tasty. Let me show you this. So freaking good.
Good.
This is what we live for, right?
Oh yeah. Sunset watches are the best.
It is.
Yeah.
It's predicted we do have the wind in the nose. So how is this motor sailing going, guys?
How is the ship going?
Shit. This has gone awry.
Captain,
Morning.
how is everything going?
Good. I'm doing a few cameos. I can't believe this is even a thing, but people pay me a little bit of money to wish them happy birthday or
Are you serious?
Merry Christmas or hello sometimes. But it's mostly below deck people. But I just did one today that was from Parlay Revival, so those ones mean a lot to me.
I want to be like you when I grow up.
We are about to arrive in a place called Barra de Navidad. So we're going to park up here for a couple of days, and this is a fairly significant town, I think, where we can buy some more provisions. But we're 4 miles away, so we can just start to see a few buildings and what on the hill. This looks kind of cool. Let's check it out.
Let's go.
Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
So we're just coming into Barra de Navidad there, and just saw a huge shipwreck on the side of this mountain, and did a quick Google, and it's Los Llanitos. It's a 215-meter cargo ship that ran aground after Hurricane Patricia in 2015. It's way up on the rocks there. So interesting to think of how that happened. Trying to get a closer look, but we're about to enter a section of water here, uncharted. Yep.
So the dog patch about 20 feet in front of you, I'd not go over it.
Dark patch. Are the rods in? Jamie? Obviously don't want to hit a rock and end up like that ship, but we were curious to see if we could get closer. We've got Will up the mast, looking out for rocks. I wouldn't recommend doing this. We just, our curiosity is getting the better of us. Will, I feel like you'd be able to see something that was less than 4 feet below the surface.
I don't see a rock sticking up right now.
This is one of those moments where you have to seriously ask yourself, is it worth it? And the answer is no right now, but we're gonna go anyway. It's very murky, so we can't really see if there's any rocks around us, but it's 10 meters deep here. But this is sick. Imagine being on this ship when this happened. It's amazing how much it's deteriorated in the last 7 years. It looks like it's been here for decades, but yeah, 2015. Crazy.
Nice. Enjoy it?
Oh, so nice. After being on passage for 2 days, it's like so good to get back in the water again.
Here we are. Not a bad spot at all. Jamie's just doing the sail bag because I don't think we'll be sailing for a few days. The number one enemy of sails is UV light. So whenever we're not sailing for a day or two, we'll close the bag. It's kind of crazy. The only thing stopping the boom from coming crashing down is the topping lift, which is the line that goes from the helm up to the top of the mast down to the end of the boom. Although if that did snap or let go, the lazy jacks on the sail bag would hold it slightly. It wouldn't just hit the deck. If you've only just joined us, we are planning to cross the Pacific to French Polynesia in the coming weeks, but we really wanted to see Mexico before leaving the Americas on our circumnavigation. I bought Parlay 5 years ago, and we have done around 1,500 miles on her since then, but our biggest adventure was still ahead of us.
It's good.
Oh yeah.
Morning guys, so we're gonna go into the lagoon at Barra de Navidad. It gets really shallow, and try not to run aground onto one of the sandbanks. What are you doing?
Elle's going up the bosun chair.
Why?
Because when we come into this lagoon, there's waypoints where the sandbars are, but the sandbars have actually moved. We've had a friend boat go in there, and he said, don't go off the waypoints that are on avionics.
Who tied that bowline?
Oh, I did.
Oh shit. Al, you're gonna have to check that bowline.
Double check it
You're
twice.
gonna have to check that bowline.
Oh, I got
Hand
crab.
out of your pants.
Got crab.
Why's your hand down your pants?
Just making sure it's still there. Nah, I mean, just getting myself ready for the day.
With Al up the mast on lookout, we crept into the lagoon at Barra de Navidad, looking out for the shifting sandbanks and channels. But the water was super murky, making it hard to see what was below the surface. So all of a sudden...
Water's
3 feet.
dark on your right, I'd turn right.
2 feet.
I'd go right.
It's 1 feet now.
3 feet.
Oh my god, oh my god.
We're about to run aground.
0.7, 1.
I don't know if I'd go that way, mate. I definitely wouldn't.
That's why no one's anchored there. Don't believe everything you see on the charts, ladies and gentlemen. So luckily we avoided running aground, and it was just another example of never solely relying on your charts, especially when we have zero local knowledge. We're gonna go have breakfast and then we'll let you down.
Oi, how was that?
That was really fun. I love going up there. Just see that bird's eye view looking down the different perspective of the boat, and yeah, you can see the little sandbars and spits and
What about that one that we nearly hit?
yeah, look how
You missed that one, huh?
close that one.
I stayed on watch that night, and the crew went for a little night on the town, and they said they can highly recommend Barra de Navidad. But the next morning, we had to keep on moving, and our next spot was called Tenacatita. Morning, everybody. We are getting out of here. You remember when we came in, we had Al up the mast, we had the drone, we had pretty good visibility. Now we're coming out at sunrise, so we can't see anything. But that's the beauty of coming in and laying a track. Try to follow your track exactly as possible.
We almost run aground, so I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, I skipped that part out and I averaged it out. Yeah, we're probably like this far below the keel. But yeah, coming out, I haven't seen less than 15 feet and it's low tide right now. So
Even better.
We're in the deep stuffs. All right, guys, we're taking bets. What do you think this is? I said fridge. Yeah, normally is. Really? Yeah. We are nearly there. There's like 20 boats. This is gonna be a fiesta, lindo.
Liberates me from my winter hell. I've got candles and candy. I can be your daddy if you only let me creep into your prison cell.
Look at all the thingies on the beach. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Way down below, it's a lot of woe. And that's not a place where you would like to go.
So we were finally able to meet up with our patrons Rolf and Bev and get a tour of their Lagoon 400.
Hello, hello.
It definitely needs a sugar scoop extension.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I got some. I found a documentary online.
Starring Jamie Vandenbolt.
Yep, that's right.
I like to tell people when you come on our boat, like that's the foyer. This is the outdoor living room. This is the office. This is the kitchen. This is the indoor living room. And now you've had a tour of our house.
Sophie just peed on the hatch.
That's normal.
Is it? That's her spot?
Her spot's like right there, yeah.
That's what we missed.
Rico and Bloomfield.
Smells nice. That smells nice.
Pretty much every
Device
communication
in the world.
device that you can just imagine in the world, right? It's all right there, from anything from the standard VHF, SSB radio, and then of course, you know, the old school Inmarsat satellite phone and internet, you know, router and all that stuff. And then we have the little LTE router as well. So we have an antenna up on the mast as well.
Oh yeah.
And with that, you can use the local SIM cards as well, which is kind of cool. So you just pop them in. So in this particular case, it's in the back, right? And you can put 2 SIM cards in there. So you can put in a local Telcel SIM card or whatever you got.
And
right?
is it a Wi-Fi repeater as well?
It's also a Wi-Fi repeater as well.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So you got
it's
the antenna up on the mast somewhere? Or?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the this is like the smallest PEP link that has those capabilities. I can't remember the model right now.
Oh, it's a pep wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. This helm is just fully enclosed with this surround, so even in a huge rainstorm, squall, you're completely dry. And that's part of the reason why this is probably appropriate to have here, because it's not out in the elements like ours would be. It's always so interesting going on other people's boats, and I always find myself wanting to steal little ideas here and there that work for other cruisers, like this awesome folding table that they made. Anytime we get to know our patrons a little more is so fun for us, and even better when we see them making their own dreams come true.
So we have a YouTube channel. It's called, I think it's called Always Summer Rochambeau.
Subscribe.
Well, thank you for everything.
Yeah, it was good seeing and hanging with you guys. Yeah, it's
we're all sweaty, bro.
Such lovely people. Give them a follow or subscribe on YouTube. Give them some love. They are just so friendly, so accommodating, so helpful. And they're funding their own trip around the world and they still contribute to our project. It just blows my mind how people have that level of generosity. So thank you guys. I'm gonna put your sticker up now.
This is when the boat's gonna burn down. Anytime right now.
Need this documented, just in case no one says I ever cooked.
I cooked all year.
Miracle he's in the galley cooking.
We actually ready to kick him out.
I'm not watching it. It's torture watching it.
Like, I guess that's why they have the rule. Like, if you're the captain, you're the chef. So the captain's not allowed in the galley, and the chef's not allowed at the helm. And this is perfect example. Lindo, oi, I wouldn't even feed it to you, buddy. So you get out.
McFly eats it. It's good.
Nah.
McFly doesn't eat anything.
Nah.
What do you think?
McFly looks sick. Should we take him to the hospital?
I tried to give him a night off.
Yeah, if he's not having another one.
It's delicious.
Thank you. Thank
These
you.
losers are giving it shit.
Thank you. Get up, back up there, up there.
Thank you.
Not there, up there. This is fake footage.
Next morning, Rolf organised a tequila tasting tour for us. But to get there, we had to take the dinghy all the way up into the mangroves. This can only be done a couple of hours either side of high tide, so it was literally a race against the clock.
Oh, by the way, we lost another drone. Gutted. Tried to send it up between the mangroves, clip the tree.
If it was me, I would dunk it completely in fresh water, get all that salt out, and then we'll just have to let it dry.
Nuestro patroncito is going to try.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That is super smooth.
Thank you. Cheers.
Puedes llevártelo.
Gracias por esto, ha sido increíble.
Nada.
Sí. Whoa! I got a prize! Yay!
Despite Jamie's reaction, the tequila was so delicious, but we had to race back as the tide was dropping, and at low tide the entrance of the estuary is actually dry.
This is wild. Are you kidding me? We just came through that whole estuary and we're trying to go back, forward, trying to get on the plane, and we couldn't do it. So I'm just like full throttle pushing the dinghy through, and then we just come out the end of the estuary into the surf, and everyone comes back and we start planing. Oh my God, that is so frustrating. So we were going more and more forward, which is what I thought you normally do.
And then
we all just come back and it just comes up on the plane. Super fun.
But what better way to end the day than to have a barbecue on the beach with good friends? Life is pretty damn good right now, and we are grateful for every second of it. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you again next Sunday.